Planning an escape to the country can unexpectedly lead you into unknown territory.
It's quirky. I like quirky.
She's on the explore, Judy. She's on the move. Causing you to lose your bearings.
Yeah, I could live here, yes. Yeah, I'd live in the kitchen.
But we'll always try to steer you home.
It feels warm, it feels welcoming, and it feels like it has history. People have lived happy lives here.
North Yorkshire, gentle in places, wild and untamed in others, where 40% of the county is designated a national park, a tapestry of landscapes, each one ready to be explored. Paint a picture of Yorkshire in your mind and what do you see? Beautiful dales, yes, dramatic moors, lovely stone houses and cottages, and a proud people. But what about this fabulous coastline? I don't think it's something particularly associated with Yorkshire, and it should be. I mean, look at it. So next time you're contemplating God's own county, make sure to include this. That way you'll get to paint the whole picture of this wonderful place. North Yorkshire is the largest county in England and lies in the northeast of the country.
North Yorkshire's very diverse geography, so you've got the beautiful Yorkshire Dales, and very dramatic landscapes, all the way down to the east coast. Obviously you've got Whitby and Scarborough and beautiful places there with a lot of history.
The coastline stretches for nearly 100 miles, lined with a mix of sandy beaches and pretty coastal villages, including charming staithes. You might know the moorland village of Goathland, thanks to the beloved TV series Heartbeat. Or perhaps you're a Potterhead and recognise it as Hogsmeade Station from the Harry Potter movie series. But the truly great thing about North Yorkshire is even if you're not a movie star, you can be sure of a warm welcome.
They're really, really friendly people, smile at you all the time, even though if they don't know you. When we moved here 24 years ago, we just fell in love with the place, and that was everything we needed. The quality of life, the scenery, beautiful people, and we never looked back to go anywhere else.
When moving to a new part of the country, having lived your whole life in your hometown, it can be a daunting prospect. It's only natural to feel a mixture of apprehension and excitement when you're contemplating such a big change. So who do you call for help? Well, us, of course.
I'm Katie. I live in Aldridge in the West Midlands. I've lived and worked in and around this area all of my life. It's so easy to remain stuck in places that we've outgrown, that don't suit us anymore. And we never know how much better things might be if we actually take that big step.
For Katie, that next big step is selling her current home. This 3-bedroom 1930s semi which she bought 6 years ago. A former florist, she now works as a funeral celebrant, but her passion for plants has never left her.
So I'm a great gardener. I would spend all day outdoors if I could. And this really is my happy place. And I've worked hard to make it as nice as it is.
Having cultivated her own slice of heaven, you might wonder why she'd want to leave her home.
I never really thought that a huge step in my life would involve moving up to North Yorkshire, but my daughter moved up there. She married a Yorkshire man, and of course they now have my grandson.
Spending quality time with her 2-year-old grandson is an obvious pull to the area. But in leaving the town where she has spent her whole life, she'll be saying goodbye to lifelong friends, including best friend Judy, who'll be joining her on her property search.
Kate and I have known each other a long time. We were florists together many moons ago.
Yes, and we did have some fun, didn't we?
We sure did.
Working together
Yes.
over the years. And then I think the love of plants and flowers and gardens, it's just gone on and on, hasn't it?
It has, definitely.
So I'm really looking forward to a quieter pace of life, being able to walk on the beach, being able to walk in the country. I just can't wait.
Katie has a budget of £320,000 to find a property with at least 2 bedrooms and a private garden where she can grow her plants and vegetables. A village location with access to countryside walks is preferable, and it must be within a 30-minute drive of her daughter, who lives near Whitby. Spending more time with family is such a good reason to come here. I think most people will agree that when it comes to this area, the dales, the moors and the coast make it one of the most beautiful places in the country. Before we get going, I can't pass up the chance to hear a little bit more about what's prompted our house buyer's escape to North Yorkshire. Katie, this is such a big move for you. You've lived in the West Midlands your whole life, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Pretty much. So why now the move up here?
North Yorkshire is where family is, so hopefully that is going to be where my heart is.
Now, Judy, you two go back a long way, don't you?
We do, yes.
Yes.
45 years.
Whoa.
Long time, yeah.
So how do you think Katie's going to be on this search?
I'm very decisive and Kate's more of a thinker, so I think she'll need to mull a lot of things over.
I consider everything before I do anything.
Yeah.
Oh, once you've made that decision, is that it?
It's set in stone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. And so how ready are you now?
Well, I had an offer yesterday, which is a cash offer, so it could all be very quick.
Could be very quick.
Yes.
I think we better get our skates on, haven't we? Let's get going.
Okay.
Hoping not to waste a moment, we'll be starting our property search just a mile from the coast in Stainsacre. The village is situated on the Cinder Path, a 21-mile walking and cycling route that takes in some of the finest views of the North Yorkshire coast. Katie's daughter's home is just a 10-minute drive away, and while the modest exterior might not give much away, this property also boasts a fantastic rural view. More on that later. Okay, so this is the first property I wanted to show you.
It looks very neat and tidy from the outside.
It does.
Has potential.
It has potential, yes. Are you a woman of feelings? Do you go by how you feel, or are you very practical?
Oh, yes, very. My intuition is very strong.
Okay.
Yes.
So what are we picking up here?
At the moment, I'm neutral.
Ah.
I'm neutral.
I'll take neutral. Right, let me show you inside.
Okay.
Located in a quiet cul-de-sac, this modern, semi-detached bungalow has only recently come onto the market. So far, Katie might be on the fence, but I'm pretty confident I can take things up a notch inside. Right, Katie, straight into the living room.
Yeah.
And I think it's quite a cosy room. What vibes are you getting in here?
I'm still neutral.
Oh, okay, interesting. You did say you were going to be considered. That you were right,
Yes.
Judy. So, Judy, come on, give me your pickups on this.
It has got a nice feel in that it's quite clean and crisp, and it could be cosy in the winter, but at the minute it's nice and cool because it's summer.
Judy's on side at least. Perhaps the kitchen will bring Katie round. Look at that. Ah.
Oh. Oh, no, you don't realise that's there from
You
the
don't.
front of the house, do you?
Yes. It's lovely and bright in this kitchen.
It feels like a different house when you come
Yeah.
to the back and you see that, and yeah,
Definitely.
it's got a better energy in this room.
It
as
has.
well, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Does this feel like the kind of kitchen that would make you feel like, yes, this is my forever home?
Yeah, I could live here, yes. I could live here, yes.
Yeah, I'd live in the kitchen.
You won't need to see the bedrooms then. There are 3 in this property, including a single that's being used as a dressing room and 2 doubles. Okay, into the principal bedroom.
Newly fitted wardrobes, yeah. There's very little to do in the way of maintenance by the look of it in this bungalow, so that's all good.
It feels calm in here, doesn't it?
Yes, very quiet outside.
You can keep an eye on your neighbours.
Put some net curtains.
They can keep an eye on you. That's one way to get to know your local area. I'm going to leave Katie and Judy to explore the rest of the property by themselves, starting with the second double bedroom.
Oh, this is nice with the doors. Very nice. Oh, do you know what? If I had this, I would sleep here so I could have the view and the doors.
Cup of coffee in bed.
Yes, yes.
That would be lovely.
Well, this is nice.
Well, it's bigger than I was expecting.
It's like a hotel bathroom.
It is.
It certainly doesn't sound like Katie is neutral anymore. The paved garden at the back offers a serene and private retreat, and best of all, it overlooks an expanse of open fields. What a backdrop. OK, this outside space is probably smaller than you might like, but I think it does fit the house.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lovely patio area, and I do love the way that bedroom opens onto the patio. I could see me sitting here in the sunshine. But for me, I'd want to be growing veg and gardening, and I think I wouldn't have enough to do in the garden, a garden of this size.
That's so important to know. I mean, so until we get out here and start looking at, we start to weigh up how important each element is for us. Well, there is one other factor that's important. How much do you think this property is on the market for?
I would think about 285.
OK, £285,000. Judy?
I'm going to say 290.
£290,000.
Yeah.
OK, this property is on the market under your budget at £279,950.
OK.
It's a little bit less than you both thought.
Yeah.
Maybe the compromise is having to be very creative about your garden.
Maybe you'll get an allotment, I don't know.
I like it, yeah.
Thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
It's amazing what happens when you know the price. Coming in £40,000 under budget, this modern bungalow has a bright and spacious kitchen diner and 3 bedrooms. It's in the middle of a village, and I reckon with a bit of creative thinking, Katie could transform the garden to match the beauty of those far-reaching views.
I think the bedroom that overlooks the patio is lovely. The compromise Katie would have to make would be the garden, which I don't know whether that's just a little stretch too far for her.
It's quite close to where my daughter lives, so that would be really convenient. It's near to the coast, it's near to the town. I could see myself living in a bungalow like this, definitely, but unfortunately not this one because of the garden. I would, I think, rule it out.
When choosing a new home, people often say it's all about location, location, location. For some, that means a quiet country lane, but for others, it's about having exciting amenities right on the doorstep. So we're sending Katie and Judy off to coastal Whitby, a town known for its rich maritime heritage and striking scenery.
So Whitby's quite geographically isolated because we've got the moors on one side and the sea on the other, so it's quite small and there's a really strong sense of community for that.
We've got a guest house, we've been here for 9 years now, and it's just a fantastic place to have a business and to live and to work.
Thanks to the town's thriving fishing industry, seafood is big here, and the first port of call for many visitors is the lively harbour.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Lovely.
sun on the water as well. It's just seagulls. Just makes you feel happy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The imposing Whitby Abbey was the inspiration for Bram Stoker's Dracula, and the town now hosts a biannual Goth weekend, one of the largest and most popular in the country.
There's always something to do. There's boat trips, there's tour buses, there's a good game of crazy golf. So to bring kids up around Whitby is just fabulous.
We've arranged for Katie and Judy to meet a local tour guide to learn the story of this evocative town.
Hello.
Hi.
How
Nice
lovely to meet you, Katie.
Yes.
And
Judy.
Lovely. Welcome to Whitby, ladies. My name's Rose. They call me the Whitby Storyteller because I run guided walks here.
What could you tell us about Whitby?
Well, the history of Whitby is so vast. It goes back to the Stone Age. Out on the moors there are thousands of old burial chambers, stone circles, old dikes, Viking burial mounds. It's also very remote. It was impossible to get here by stagecoach or carriage until the late 1700s. For centuries, everything came by ship.
So what is Whitby like to live in?
It's a delightful place to live. And I've been all over the world, but Whitby always pulled me back because my heart is in these landscapes. But generally speaking, Whitby's always been a working class, honest, good, warm-hearted little town, and it's welcomed people from all over the world for centuries.
Rose, what activities can be done within Whitby in the town?
Oh gosh, there's lots. There's a thing called the U3A, which is for older ladies like ourselves. And there's walking groups every day of the week, but within Whitby there's a place called the Coliseum, and they have loads of events in there. There are art classes, Tai Chi classes, yoga, badminton, little writing groups. And then of course you could come on a Whitby Ghost and Dracula walk with someone like myself. Because I start my walks over there. My tours begin from the top of the 199 steps, and we take in all of the graveyard and the church in the East Town.
So if Katie's seeking somewhere with historical allure, literary significance and natural beauty, then Whitby could be just the ticket. We're back on the road, making our way to a property in the hillside village of Glaisdale. A scenic spot characterised by stone-built cottages, Glaisdale offers the essential amenities, plus a convenient train route to Whitby. Beggar's Bridge on the edge of the village dates back to 1619 and is named after a poor local farmer's son who would wade across the river to court the squire's daughter on the other side, later returning wealthy to marry her and build the bridge. It's a lovely touch of romance that perfectly complements the stunning scenery. And I think my house buyers might agree.
Wow.
That is a view.
It is, isn't it?
It's beautiful,
It's
isn't
spectacular.
Yeah.
And that is the house.
Oh, isn't that pretty?
It is.
I like this. Yes, this is... It's nice.
It's you.
It's me. It's a little bit quirky, maybe. Yeah.
It just speaks Katie. It's warm, it looks cosy. I can just see her sitting there on a sunbed, enjoying the sun.
On the sunbed, I like it. Well, if the house is saying this is you, let's go see what else it has to say.
Oh, yes.
This semi-detached cottage used to be the village pub before being converted into 3 separate dwellings around 20 years ago. Gone are the bar stools and beer taps, replaced by a bright and contemporary interior. So we've just come through what would have been the entrance to the pub, and this would have been the pool hall.
Oh, gosh. It's quirky. I like quirky.
She's on the explore, Judy. She's on the explore. She's on the move.
Definitely.
This cottage feel, this more traditional feel, seems like it's striking a chord.
Yes, it just feels better. Definitely. The fact that it does have some history. It's made of the natural York stone. It fits into the environment. It feels settled. It doesn't feel like it's just been put here.
I can just absolutely see Kate here, 100%. Yes.
Let me show you the living room, see if we can keep this going. Is this a bit of you, Katie?
Yes, I like the brick effect. It feels enclosed, it feels safe, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's bigger space, but it feels cosy.
It's like a big hug.
Yes.
A house that gives you a hug.
Yes.
No, I like it. I like the feel. I've just noticed wooden floor. It's got so much more character.
Yeah.
This one has. Yeah.
Wonderful. Oh, that's like the oohs of excitement. Between the open plan living spaces, there's a useful downstairs loo cum utility room. And upstairs, the owners have recently installed a brand new family bathroom to serve 3 double bedrooms. The principal bedroom will have no need for it though, as it has its very own ensuite.
That's good. I didn't expect
Really
that.
good.
There.
No. Nice surprise.
Yes, I
Isn't
wasn't expecting that. Lovely traditional window. Oh yes, look at the view.
it? Oh goodness. Don't get that in Warsaw.
No, you don't.
Well, Katie has surprised me with this one. A really visceral reaction. She seems to be falling in love. I just wonder whether her very practical and more measured side will come out and whether Judy's going to have to prod her into choosing a house that really works for her.
It feels nice. The whole house just feels very
Comfortable.
calm, comfortable.
The property seems to have put Katie right at ease. So let's go relax in the neatly presented garden, which is located at the front. You found me out here in the sun trap that this garden is. Isn't it wonderful?
It's glorious, absolutely, yes.
You're a keen gardener, so what do you think you'd do with this garden?
So I think it lends itself to a cottage garden, just a riot of flowers, some vegetables in between, you know, everything all crammed in.
That sounds lovely. So the question now, of course, is how much do you think this property's on the market for?
Ooh, no, it's difficult because it is deceptively quite spacious inside, isn't it? Perhaps almost up to my budget. I would say perhaps about 320.
£320,000,
Yeah.
that's right at the top of your budget.
Okay, yeah.
What do you think, Judy?
I think just slightly lower, 310.
£310,000.
Yes.
Let me tell you, this house is on the market for £325,000.
Right.
Okay.
However, it's been on the market for about a month.
Right.
I know the owners are quite keen to move on. They have a growing
Okay.
family.
Yeah.
And I think if you really like it, it's worth considering
They
putting
would.
in an offer.
Negotiate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that's good to know.
This traditional York stone cottage comes in £5,000 over budget, but with the potential to strike a deal. It's in turnkey condition and offers open plan living downstairs, 3 bedrooms upstairs, plus a pretty low maintenance garden.
I really like this property. It's got a nice feel. It's more spacious than it looks from outside. I could see myself in the kitchen.
Definitely. Yes, I can see you here entertaining.
Again, I do still wonder if the garden is big enough for the way that I like to garden, but that may be the compromise for being surrounded by the national park.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big decision for you, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
As our first day of property hunting draws to a close, there's no better way to wind down than with a scenic stroll through the North York Moors National Park. This is what moving up here is all about, surely.
Yes, it's absolutely fabulous.
How much do you want this to be part of the lifestyle that you're moving into?
Oh, very much. I think probably one of the first things I'll do is join a rambling group. I love walking.
Katie loves nature, so it's going to be really, really good and life affirming, isn't it?
Yes, it's just that being in nature every day.
With all that in play and being closer to your daughter, what's most exciting you?
I think several times in my life I have taken a leap of faith
a well-considered leap of faith and moved on to something completely different, and I'm just doing it again.
Well, hopefully this new chapter could be kind of combining all of the things and the experience you've been through to allow you to really just relax and enjoy this stage of your life.
Yes, and hopefully a few years' time retiring and to be in the place where I want to retire would be lovely.
And whilst holding on to friends that you've had a long time, you'll also create some new ones.
Yes. Yeah.
When planning a rural escape, understanding the local property market will help you make an informed decision. In North Yorkshire, the average cost of a detached property is just under £412,000, which is £28,000 less than the national figure. But it's more expensive than many of its northeast neighbours, like the East Riding of Yorkshire, where similar homes cost around £327,000. To give a fuller flavour of what's on offer in this charming county, here's a range of other houses available in North Yorkshire. This Victorian end of terrace is deceptively spacious, featuring 5 bedrooms and a newly installed kitchen. Located just a mile from the coast, it's on the market for offers over £320,000. If you're working with a slightly bigger budget, then this semi-detached Edwardian property in Whitby is an ideal family home. With 5 bedrooms and a large south-facing garden, it could be yours for £495,000. If you've got deeper pockets still and are in the market for a rental, you could live out your rural dreams in this detached former hunting lodge. It stylishly combines period features with modern luxury and comes with 7 bedrooms. Available to rent for just under £4,000 per calendar month. Well, the weather's taken a bit of a turn up here in Yorkshire, but I'm hoping it washes away any uncertainty that Katie has. Now, so far, we've shown her the practicality of single-storey living, the character of a traditional Yorkshire stone home, and today's mystery house will give her something that's underappreciated, perhaps, in Yorkshire, the coast. Our final property takes us to the coastal hamlet of Port Mulgrave. But before that, Katie and Judy are off exploring the nearby village of Hinderwell. Located a mile inland, it's the closest place to head to for amenities, such as a butcher, a beauty salon, and of course, fish and chips. Port Mulgrave was once a bustling ironstone port, but now it's a tranquil spot, known for its coastal walks and charming cottages. Sitting on the edge of the cliff top is today's mystery house, a rarely available semi-detached property with views that will change as the seasons come and go, each day bringing a totally new outlook, which today is a wet one. Well, we promised Katie that we'd find her somewhere by the sea, and look at this, the view just from her doorstep, because this is the mystery house, a beautiful historic stone property. But what I really can't wait to show her is the garden. Come and take a look. I think even our Katie is going to be mesmerised and astounded by how much space she can get, and right by the sea. Look at this. Yes, a work in progress, but for a keen gardener, she can let her vision loose here, all of her creativity. If a garden is the thing that's been holding Katie back from making a decision, boy, does she get one here. Fresh from their walk in nearby Hinderwell, all can now be revealed to the ladies. Aha, you found me. I'm still taking in this view. It's just gorgeous, but for this mystery house, you can do it from right here.
Oh.
Ooh. Ooh. Oohs and ahs, oohs and ahs.
That looks amazing.
Amazing. This is high praise indeed.
Amazing.
What's making it amazing for you?
The Yorkshire stone, the red roof. Yeah, it's got a lot going for it.
It has, hasn't it?
I love the walls.
Yeah.
You can just see the roses growing.
The roses.
Yeah.
They're pruning them, won't you?
Oh, yeah.
Now, this house is so lovely that the current owner has lived here since 1952.
Oh.
So we're talking about 70-odd years. Yeah. Does mean inside it might be a little bit dated,
Yeah,
but
okay.
I think it stood the test of time really well, and I'm so excited to show it to you.
Can't wait.
Come on then, let's have a
Can't
look.
wait.
This stone cottage dates back to 1834 and was originally a pay office for the nearby mine. Now, the mystery twist here may be that this home needs some modernising, but the outlook it delivers needs no embellishment. Katie, from inside this house, you still get that view.
Oh, my word. What a view.
I think this one's really leaving you a little bit speechless.
I am speechless. Yes, I am speechless. So many windows.
The depths of the windows as well.
It feels warm, it feels welcoming, and it feels like it has history. It feels like it has stories to tell. And just that amazing view. People have lived happy lives here.
And you could be the next one. Across the hallway is a second reception room of equal size, with the kitchen at the rear. This sits right across the back of the house.
Yeah. So there's quite a big space here. I mean, obviously needs completely redoing, but it is a blank canvas.
It really is.
Yeah.
And depending on how ambitious you were or how much you wanted to do, perhaps open this whole thing right out.
Oh, right, that's, yeah.
False wall.
Or certainly take it back a bit.
Lots of scope here.
So it is a bit of a project.
It wasn't originally what I'd planned, but on the other hand, it's what I've always known, so it's not new territory.
A fearless home buyer. What more can you ask for in a property search? A look upstairs before we tackle the all-important garden should boost this mystery house tour even further. This is a 3-bedroomed house.
Right.
With 1 main bathroom. All the rooms are a pretty good size, 2 really good doubles. I'm showing you this one because...
The view.
The view.
The view.
Yes.
Yeah, that is incredible. I didn't think that I would be able to get as close to the coast. I saw myself perhaps walking to the coast, maybe walking on the beach, but this is just raw Yorkshire coast, you know, this isn't the seaside, this is nature, isn't it, here?
Definitely is.
Yeah.
The mystery house seems to be surpassing all our expectations. But if there's one thing I've learnt on my property search with Katie, it's that none of it will matter if the garden isn't up to scratch. Now, Judy, you said, give me more garden. Is this enough for you?
Perfect, absolutely. This is great. This is a blank canvas. And yes, I could garden, I could have a greenhouse, I could grow things here. This is perfect.
Oh my gosh, this is perfect. I'm just going to take that in. I think you're right. You get so much space here.
Yeah.
Plus, you get outbuildings. That brick building there is yours. More storage. This is a chicken run. We could go beyond veg patches.
I've always wanted some chicken.
Right. One thing left outstanding. Oh, can you afford it?
Yes.
No. How much do you think this property is on the market for?
I'm stumped with this one. It needs a lot of work and a lot of money spending on it. I'm going to say 270.
£270,000.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 290.
£290,000. So this property is on the market for £299,950.
Yeah.
Below budget.
Surprised.
Yes.
Yes, you'd have to spend some money, but what an opportunity.
Definitely. There's an awful lot to think about now.
This seldom available stone cottage is located on the Cleveland Way, with spectacular views over the sea and cliffs. In need of some renovation, it has 2 reception rooms and 3 bedrooms, as well as a large garden with outbuildings.
I really like this house. This house is so different from the other two, and it's really old, it's really unique, and it's got so much potential.
The prospect of having to do up yet another house, but I think she's got it in her.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to have something in this position. It really is. And, you know, I could love it in the same way that the last family loved it, that were in it.
In the coastal town of Whitby, so much of life centres on the sea. Today, it looks calm and inviting, but it can also be unpredictable. Since 1802, the brave volunteers at Whitby Lifeboat Station have answered thousands of distress calls, known as shouts, and have been awarded 36 RNLI medals for gallantry. Continuing this legacy of courageous Whitby seafarers is 28-year-old Leah Hunter, Whitby's first female lifeboat helm. What inspired you to become a volunteer for the RNLI?
So it was quite a few years ago I witnessed a shout, and it was a capsized rowing boat, and I saw both the boats go out. So my friend sat in the back of the rowing boat scooping out water with a helmet. Thought, oh, that looks pretty cool, I want to do it. So I signed up on my 18th birthday, and 10 years later, here I am.
Wow, it takes a lot of heroism, I should imagine, to be the one who's willing to go out there and save lives.
Yeah, so when that pager goes off, we don't know what we're turning up to until we get to the station. It's just a real buzz when you get on that boat, and it's fantastic. It really is.
It's the 200th anniversary, I understand, of RNLI.
Yeah.
Well, you are a part of that history, the first female at the helm, and inspiring a new generation to get out there and volunteer.
Exactly. When I joined about 10 years ago, I was the only female. And now there's 6 of us on our crew, so it's not just a guy's role. Anyone can do it.
Anyone can do it. Yeah. I love it. You are inspiring, but I don't think I'll be out at sea anytime soon.
Oh, give it a go.
The lifeboat station in Whitby is run by the RNLI, a charity dedicated to saving lives at sea. It was founded in 1824, and today every lifeboat station in the UK and Ireland will be marking its 200th anniversary in exactly the same way at exactly the same time. Well, it's all getting very exciting here. Lots of volunteers, the great and the good of RNLI, have turned up, and they're all getting ready to take a really amazing photo at 1824, precisely to celebrate 200 years of this wonderful organisation. With so many people gathered here, it's the perfect chance for me to learn more about the lifeboat's role in the Whitby community. This is an important institution, I should imagine, on the coast.
Absolutely amazing. Yeah, it really is. It's really a foundation of the community, and everyone knows somebody who's on the RNLI station, and I'm grateful that I can be part of it, but also it makes me think back to when it started and the sacrifice those guys did. I'm just grateful to all our predecessors and the work they've done as well.
One such person is 91-year-old Ada Myers, who began donating to the RNLI when she was just 8 years old. In 2013, she was awarded a gold medal for her services to the charity, and she continues to fundraise to this day.
I initially started during the war because my dad went on to the minesweepers, and I was worried about him, and I kept thinking, if he gets torpedoed, I hope the lifeboat goes for him.
Right.
So I gathered all my toys up that I'd finished with and sold them.
Wow.
Put the money in the lifeboat books.
Wow. And how does it feel to see the new generation coming through? Women like Leah, who've come in, who are now out there on the helm.
I think those girls are brilliant. They really are. Put the life on the line. I'll tell you something now and you're going to laugh about it. I taught hundreds of children to swim. I can't swim myself.
How'd you do that? Now that is a special talent.
That's a confession.
I love it. There's proof that even non-swimmers can do their bit.
Just 1 minute to go now.
They're going to be taking the photo really soon. You've got someone shouting instructions over the other side. The whole of this bay is standing to attention to watch this moment take place. What an honour to be here.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Amazing, thank you.
In its 200-year history, volunteers like those gathered here today have saved the lives of over 146,000 people across the UK and Ireland. They say every picture tells a story, and this is a story of bravery, kindness and community. As Katie herself has said, this week has given her a lot to think about, but I really do think she was starting to fall in love with one of our houses. Let's find out if I'm right. Oh, it's gorgeous. The sun's come back out, hasn't it?
It has. Beautiful day.
Katie, it's been a lovely couple of days up here in Yorkshire. How cemented are you in the feeling that this is your new forever home?
Yes, I know that I'm making the right choice to move to this part of the country. It's the next step.
It is indeed. So, of our 3 properties that we showed you, do you think any of them could be a house you could make yours?
The mystery house, yes, I love it. It's just the most amazing location. It's big, it's light, it's spacious. It's got a lovely garden. My heart says yes. It's just I need to check a few details.
And if those details mean that perhaps there's not quite as much substantial work as you think, would you make an offer?
Yes, I think I would, yeah.
Now, there you go. That sounded pretty decisive to me.
It really did for Kate, yes, it did. Yes.
Are you surprised?
Usually she takes a bit more cautious, but I think she's lost her heart to it.
Amazing.
Fallen in love.
Fallen in love with the mystery house.
Yeah.
But we can't wait to find out what you do next.
Well, you can come and see my garden when it's all finished.
I look forward to it. Rose bushes in full bloom.
Chickens in the coop.
And chickens in the coop. This move for Katie has been years in the making, and I'm so excited that our mystery house seems to have taken her closer than ever to making her dreams come true. All she has to do is take that next step, and she'll be at the start of her big adventure, moving from the home she's lived in all of her life to gorgeous and beautiful North Yorkshire. I'll see you next time on Escape to the Country. In the end, Katie decided the mystery house was too big a project, but she's since had an offer accepted on a property just 2 miles from where her daughter lives. I can't wait to see what you do to the garden, Katie. If you would like to escape to the country in England, Northern Ireland, Scotland or Wales and need our help, why not apply online at bbc.co.uk/take part.